muted. Muted. Can't hear you.
Mark Lupo's in the house.
Ah, that's what it is. It's Mark.
Hey, it's a Mark Lupo episode.
Oh, shoot, dang. Look at us.
I wonder.
It's the trio. Dang.
I wonder if anyone out there is excited about that.
What are you doing, Mark?
We are. We're excited about it, and that's what counts.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much for having me. This has been a dream of mine for the 4 months that I knew this podcast existed.
Hey, that's why we're here. We're here to make dreams come true. And what are you dying of?
Leukemia, Ben.
Oh,
Okay. Your hair looks great.
It doesn't. Don't do that.
oh my goodness, this is gonna be a great episode.
Oh, I think it is. I think it's gonna be a good one.
I might just let you guys go at it.
What are you just gonna moderate? I mean, you got
What do you mean?
you got your mic up there like you're. And in this corner, we have Mark Lupo.
In the hizzy.
I'm kind of blocking all of this cool shit too.
Oh, my memorabilia.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I still got South Park going. Excuse me, guys. Let me get the Batman going in the background.
Oh, yes, the Batman, please.
I feel like you gotta have that going.
I just want to say to everybody that's watching right now, welcome to Side by Side Movies. The show where three friends watch 2 movies, and we're gonna have too much fun. So today's episode,
We're having too much fun today.
Three much fun. Hey, and we're side by side by side.
By side.
All right.
There's a side
By
by
side.
side.
By side.
We're kind of on top of you, Ben. I don't know if that still tracks, but
Yeah,
we're
I
a little
mean,
bit above you right now, buddy.
no, hey, it's fine. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I guess I'll be the
So
bottom here.
so good to know that the tides can change.
Yeah,
I've
you
come a
gotta
long
flip the
way.
status on me. I'm getting a little cocky.
Yeah, gross. But yeah, no, man. This is fun. Whoa. Oh, there you are, CJ. Hey, how's it going?
All right, guys. So we're here to talk about the Batman and Batman Forever. Honestly, I think this is gonna be a hangout session. Got 90 minutes to chill.
All right.
Sorry.
Here's my question. Who watches Barry?
I watched Barry, but I haven't watched these 3 episodes.
Oh, dude, I'm almost caught up. I rewatched the entire series in like 3 days. It's pretty easy, pretty digestible. Honestly,
It's easy. Yeah.
It's one of those watches that just moves and moves and moves. I remember that. It's like super funny, but it's also very compelling. Another show that's a lot like that is Search Party. If you're into Barry, I think Search Party's a solid, like, it's fucking hilarious. All the actors are good, but it's like super dark, and it's like a thriller too. And like the narrative pace is just as good as the jokes are. And actually, like, most of the jokes, like, in a way, Barry is. And it's, like, very dark. The tone matches. Just the subjects are a little different. They're kind of, like, based on, like, aimless millennials. But that is on HBO, too. Highly recommend that if you're into Barry.
okay, all right. I have to check that out.
I did meet the Fonz in December 2019.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
really?
dude.
Henry Winkler? No fucking way.
Dude, he's
while I was
everything-
watching that, I was thinking about what you were saying.
Did he
Tell it-
spit
tell
on
the
you?
story.
I hear he's an asshole. He spits on people.
Well, if he likes you. No, he was I hung out with him and his assistant. His name is Bobby, and the dude was just like freaking cracking me up, just telling all these stories. He's just talking shit about like everybody.
Really?
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved to it's a Henry Winkler's just right there, and I go up to him and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey," and like he just like his aura, like good energy, just
Like immediately, like you knew him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
or
he's
like
like-
he was expecting you.
Yeah, and he's like, "How's it going?" And then like he put his like hands on my shoulders, like that, and he goes, "Hey, how's it going, CJ? Talk to me." Oh no, before I go, Henry, I'm a big fan, but I'm an actor. I just finished improv acting, and it's like opened my mind. And he puts his hands like that. He goes, "Tell me, truly, tell me, what is it you love about acting?" And I was like, oh, dude, I don't know. I love that I can like pretend, and there's other people that I pretend with. He goes, and that's what makes you a good actor. And he was just like, I was just like, damn, dude, this guy's so cool, man.
That's cool. Yeah, the only reason I said that is because like I know he's like a famously nice person. He's like
Yeah.
the most genuine guy from what I hear.
Yeah, dude, he's nice, man. He's so cool, and like he like really wanted to like know like you had a conversation. I was like, oh, it's so cool. But he had like I got a signature here. It's like it's on a magazine. Just he signed it.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Yeah.
And all my clutter of all my glory.
Yeah,
Hey, Mark,
get-
it's
get
it's
it.
it's right there, right behind you,
He's just joking,
to,
dude.
okay.
to the left. Yeah,
No,
there you go.
all right. Yeah, I see it. For sure. No, yeah.
All
Don't
right.
have to
Yeah,
linger
just-
on it. No, I found
ju-
it. Don't worry. I saw it.
We'll pull it
We
out
can
later.
breeze
No
past
big
it.
deal.
We can breeze past it because I saw it already.
And on to Batman. Breezing right on through.
Okay, so we'll talk about the Batman, and then since it's 90 minutes, we'll bring up Batman Forever in there and somehow. But how'd you digest it? How'd you eat this movie? Like, did you just eat it in one going, or?
No, 3 1-hour increments, pretty much.
No, this one for me it was. I mean, I first watched it in theaters,
Oh, okay. So you really.
and like, yeah, which fuck, dude, like the sound design on that movie, like, that's one of those that like I almost wish I could rewatch it in theaters because I don't have. Dune did that too, where it's just like part of this movie is like the sound. I actually want to talk more about that as we go, but yeah, I mean, it's that one is such an easy watch, no matter how long it is, just because it's so fucking well paced. Like it just moves so like briskly and so like confidently. Every scene has something interesting and present happening. The stakes are like super legible, and I know I keep hearing there's a bunch of plot holes in the movie, and that's whatever. That's not super important to me because like the experience of watching the movie is just so easy. Whereas like to just jump ahead to Batman Forever took me 3 sittings because it is everything that movie isn't. It's
Yeah, it's like watching a masterpiece and then watching like a slapstick cartoon.
yeah, and
Yeah.
You gotta like watch Batman Forever as what it is. It's a cartoon or it's a comic book movie. Like that's like you gotta take your hat off and you just gotta let it go with it. Because I picked up a lot when I watched Batman Forever this go around. Like I picked up a lot, and a lot of things. It just the story makes more sense to me now, and like the way Val Kilmer portrays Bruce Wayne. Because I always saw it more like the first 4 I always saw more as like Batman movies, and not really Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne was just kind of there, but like the Robert Pattinson, like I always thought I like it was nice when every time he comes on screen as Bruce Wayne and people see him, they're like, "Hey Bruce, hey look." It's I don't get it. Like why do they love him? But it's because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think okay, so this is like my takeaway from the Batman versus all the other ones, which like apologize for Bruce Wayne and like they want him to be like this benevolent.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god, he left us. Okay, so we're just gonna fucking
I gotta
Shit.
these.
What's your name again?
didn't want to keep doing this.
Lark Mupo?
That's he spell it wrong.
Oh
Yeah.
man, sorry, my bad.
It's-
Continue.
You spelled
Continue
it
your
Lark Mupo, and now he's gonna call me Lark Mupo for the entire 2 hours.
listen. It's a smooth hour and a half, bro. No, no, no. What's crazy, man, is so I watched this on HBO Max. I waited till April 19th. But I feel you on the sound. I didn't get to listen to it in the theater like you did, which I imagine it was just like shaking the entire theater.
Yeah.
But no, I felt like you were absolutely right. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of a feedback.
I am too.
Maybe that microphone.
It might be. I don't really know what to do with it. I don't know how to work this microphone. This is CJ's microphone.
Well, we're just gonna be real trippy.
Yeah, this will just be a little cooler for a second, a little more ambient.
The Batman and Batman Forever.
Batman.
Forever.
Forever. Batman forever. And the Batman. I can't help myself from just playing with TJ stuff. TJ stuff, Jesus Christ.
It's the echo.
This is gonna get away from us so quick. I'm just going to.
All right. Oh, still. Oh. Whoa, I think you broke the live.
Did I?
Are you still there?
I am. Yeah, I don't know. I really need TJ to come back in here. See, dude, if I call him TJ one more fucking time. I need TJ to get back in here and fix this because this is too much.
TJ.
TJ. Okay, let's just keep going. So like what we're talking about, I remembered the new Batman movie is like really focused on almost like humiliating Bruce Wayne. I think it's like really class focused in a way that like other ones kind of aren't.
Yeah. No, I agree. Oh, that helped.
I muted.
Okay.
What is doing that then?
I think it's CJ's mic.
Oh my god, yeah, because he's all right. So he left it down, and it's the position it's in. Let me see.
All right. No. So while he's trying to figure that out, sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. But the Batman, I think it is a phenomenal movie. All right. Can you hear me?
Did that work?
It's
Still a little bit.
still
It's not
a
as
little-
bad.
No.
Let's.
Can you unplug it? All right, everybody. Well, we promise nothing terrible's going on over there. It definitely sounds like he's murdering that microphone.
Nothing's
but
bad's going on over here,
it's-
guys.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
even
good.
worry about
We're
it,
good.
alright?
Don't worry about it.
Just don't
Look away.
think about it too much.
But yeah, no, the Batman, Robert Pattinson. Honestly, somebody asked me the other day,
Did we do it?
who? Oh, wait. Talk real quick.
Hey, hello.
Oh, I mean, I hear us in the background, but that's fine. It can't. There it is.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right. But anyway, man, back to our conversation about the Batman versus Batman Forever. The Batman is a film, man. It is a full on film, like from start to finish. It is just like the scenes are beautiful. The buildup is there. The anticipation is there. I like whenever I first saw this, I felt like these are all the in between scenes of all the other Batman movies, you know, because typically you don't see him with like the grease on his eyes and everything like that, or him overlooking his night, what was going on. Like he's already like, okay, this is where I got to go. He's not really in the thick of it. Where this one I feel like captures all those moments that those other movies not necessarily leave out, but it just fills in the cracks, kind of.
Yeah, this is a detective story. This is
Yep.
like a film noir. This is like showing him as like the greatest detective. I really like that grittiness and like that attention to like the obsessive side of his personality. That's really cool. Like the other ones, especially the early ones, they almost show him like he's too aloof. Like he's his life looked fucking easy. And how could it be easy? How can he be going on dates to the circus on a whim? Impossible. This man's like like
Right.
he patrols the streets every night. Or else some maniac's gonna break into the circus and kill a family of acrobats. Batman, how do you have the time to take Nicole Kidman to the circus?
Well, hey man, he's a billionaire, and maybe it's not always him behind that mask. Ooh, is
That
this
would be fucking wild if there were a
it,
bunch of Batmen, and he
right?
would just like like he's the Shakespeare of Batman. He's just got a bunch of other Batmen just running, actually doing all the work.
Like a bat, like you see a Batman get shot and he dies. Like you just see him laying there, and then you just see somebody drag him off screen. Like, oh no, no,
Just
he's
replace him
fine.
with another
Yeah,
Batman. But
exactly,
he like he like gets some like fresh bent shells so he can just break him off, make it look like he had a bulletproof vest on.
exactly. Oh man, I like the
Possible.
gadgets in this one too. They weren't over the top. They were cool. In that beginning scene, was he watching the Riddler kill the? That was the mayor, right? No.
No, that's the Riddler. That's the
Huh?
Riddler. That's the Riddler watching.
Okay, because I thought that
So
was
that's
Batman.
no, that's the Riddler, and that's they kind of established it because they play Ave Maria while he's looking through the binoculars, and that's the Riddler's theme the entire movie. It's for sure the Riddler.
Okay.
Um, Actually, there's some really cool shit that I want to talk about. I watched a couple really good video essays before doing this podcast about it, and one was about like that perspective shot in particular, and the two others that match it, because that one sets up the Riddler as like a voyeur. There's a second one, like a third the way through the movie, where he is watching Selena Kyle as she is helping. This is Batman now. Batman's watching Selena Kyle in a way that mirrors the Riddler, as she's like helping. I think it was Katya try to escape, and just kind of, and he's like getting he's watching with the like the same like distance and like impersonal nature that the Riddler was watching like his victim, and I think that's important to like set a parallel. And then the essay I watched noticed like the third and most interesting scene where he's like acting as a literal voyeur, and it's when he's literally through the eyes, the contact lenses that he gives Catwoman while she's like infiltrating the nightclub. And this is like the first time that that kind of like perspective shot has been used in a personal way. Like it's very like it's through the actual eyes of somebody that's interacting with people. It's more empathetic, and it shows like I think it shows a Batman that's becoming like more ingrained with the public that he's serving, which I think is a big thesis of the movie. I think it's like at least a big something that they're trying is like to show. I was starting to say before, like this is a very class focused Batman movie. This is a Batman movie about poverty and about wealth. And I think like part of his journey is like as opposed to just looking at criminals and like the streets of Gotham, which is shit. It's like it looks awful in this movie. But instead of like looking at them as just predators, but also now like shifting into finding a connection to them and like seeing people worth saving like through the eyes of the people that he's trying to save.
Yeah. Well, and also realizing by the end of the movie, spoilers here, but that vengeance isn't what he's seeking. He's seeking justice. You
Hmm.
know, he is whenever people he says at the beginning, "I'm vengeance." And then by the end of the movie, he's like, "No, I'm not going to be vengeance anymore." I thought that was I enjoyed the way that you saw him grow through this movie. You know, you clearly see that this is year two Batman. You have an Alfred that I was legitimately scared. I was like, are they about to kill Alfred? I mean,
Yeah.
there's what stakes are there? This is a Batman that's not connected to the Snyderverse or anything like that. I mean, they can do whatever they want in this universe, really. But I it still kept me on edge the entire time. Uh, I I thoroughly enjoyed it. The take on the Riddler too was just so deep, and you really have that wonder of like, does he know that he's Bruce Wayne?
That
Like
scene
that
was
was
incredible. That like
oh
I thought that was such a. Are you getting feedback by the way?
I am a little bit, but
Okay.
it's manageable.
I hold up. I think I can fix this because I thought
All
maybe I
right.
just heard it.
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, is what doing over here? Oh, my bad. That's a oh,
Oh
I
man.
ruined the show.
No, no,
No,
no,
it's
you're
okay.
good, man.
We were having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, we were,
Mark,
man.
any comments?
It was. Oh, are there
You're
comments?
unplugged, by the way. Sorry, I had to unplug
Oh,
you because I think it was.
Can you hear me?
I no, I can't hear you.
Oh, I didn't plug in. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
No, don't.
It was a meeting.
Oh, I've done a lot of stuff. I've done plenty to ruin this show. Don't worry.
No,
How do we do?
if
we're
anything,
good.
Mark. Oh, wait, here, go ahead and talk.
All right.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think we're good.
Is that good?
It's good.
Watch. All right, fill me in, guys. Where we at?
All right, there's a little bit of feedback coming back now.
I'll go to the real quick.
Oh,
Easy.
CJ's traveling. Oh
There
man.
he goes.
Here-
There he is.
Straight to
All
the
right.
shitter, dude.
Okay, he's gonna
All right,
be
this sounds
pooping
better,
for the
right?
rest of the time. All
He's-
right.
It's. I just used his bathroom. He's got an absurdly comfy toilet. That is, that is a cloth toilet he's sitting on right now.
So
That was-
he pees when he sits down. Oh, he sits down when he pees. I got picked that
yeah,
up.
yeah, man. That way you don't have. You
Yeah, I
don't
only
get
peed in your
mess.
bathroom, dude. I wouldn't take a shit in there. Don't worry.
we were talking about doing a sketch about did you shit in my bathroom? And at the very end, you find out he's doing heroin, and you're like, oh god, he wasn't taking a shit.
It's okay because he's just doing heroin.
Thank
it's
God.
not.
So one of the things what I heard, I mean, 20 minutes ago, but what I heard was the sound. I love the sound. I love the thing about the Batman. It's like it's literally like a masterpiece, like a painting painted. It's like the John Wick comic book version of I guess like Batman. I love the way they have Batman as a Batman and Bruce Wayne as Bruce Wayne, and then Bruce Wayne is like kind of PTSD and like bad, and they show a lot of that. The acting's great. Robert Pattinson's amazing. Zoe Kravitz is great. Did
Yeah.
you see what happened to Colin Farrell?
No.
What
I
do
didn't
you
even know
mean?
he was the Penguin.
Oh yeah.
He's
Oh
incredible.
yeah. I thought
He's so
something
fucking
happened
funny.
to him. Yeah,
How did
dude.
he-
No.
he gained some weight.
Did you see? So
I
what?
think
What
that
got?
might have been prosthetics. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
those
he
are
gained-
definitely prosthetics.
Are you sure?
He might have gained
not,
a little bit
but
of weight, but
don't know.
I mean, not that
Just
much.
prosthetics, okay.
But no, it had to have been prosthetics because some of those scenes where he opens his eyes real wide, like you kind of tell.
I did. What did y'all think about the Penguin? Like his presence in the movie?
I thought it was great. I thought it was good to have that other like villain in there, and also like the fact that they're like searching for him, and they find him, and he's the one that solves the riddle. Like I enjoyed that aspect. I don't know if either one of y'all watched Gotham, but Penguin was like, he was all the way through that show. Like he was one of the show leads by the end of it. But he has such an interesting story on there, and then same here, man. Like I like that he's a gangster here because in the other one he's like, just kind of getting started and
Yeah.
growing his way up, and he's really established here in just his demeanor, and I mean totally different from Danny DeVito too. Mildly likable.
Yeah, Danny DeVito got a good comparison. He's very like sinister, very gruesome. Like he's a literal like they try to make him look like like a kind of a freak show kind of thing, like a side attraction, where he's kind of like repulsive
Yeah,
and
it's like actually a predatory bird. Like
yeah, exactly. Like you see like the dark side of the Penguin, like how it could be like a vicious killer, but then but he's just I mean he's also been tormented his life for looking like that. And then we have Meredith Burgess or Burgess Meredith, or is it sorry Mick from Rocky? He played the Penguin in the Adam West Batman.
Oh, really?
So, he was like kind of like a little Popeye. But one thing I did like about the Colin Farrell penguin is they did kind of, it was kind of a funny thing where when they handcuff him and he starts waddling,
Ah,
like they kind of threw that in there, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, I'll let it go. I'll let it slide.
I didn't even notice that. Thank you, CJ. Whenever I
Oh,
see it again,
yeah, he goes, they have him, and he's like, he waddles, like, yeah, you gonna leave me here like this? Like I think it's like one of the last scenes.
whenever they have him handcuffed. That time, yeah,
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 I
yeah,
did like. I also like that Batman and Catwoman have a relationship, and not Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
Like I like that. I love
Mhm.
that angle. It's like it's a great little romance. One of my mentors said that it's like Seven, which it kind of is in a to
Definitely
vibe, but
is.
it's not. But not. It's not. It's
Oh,
not.
this
I don't.
movie's so Fincher. This movie, it's like Seven. It's Zodiac.
Yeah,
It's like
but I'm not. But I guess I'm taking it as there that he was like it's exactly like Seven, where I'm like it has the feel, but it's not. It's not like that. I mean, I
it
enjoyed this.
arguably has the structure of Seven, even down to like the villain reveal at the end. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I see it. I think it's super. I think if anything, it's definitely like the most David Fincher Batman that's ever made.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. This has the Crow written all over it, man. It has a nice feel like that. I think the Crow is like one of the like a perfect movie, and this Batman's a perfect movie. I saw it like on a Saturday. I was by myself and I watched the first hour. I took like a 10-15 minute break. Got back, watched the second hour. Took a 10-15 minute break. Watched the last hour, then took a 10-15 minute break, and then watched it again. I
oh
watched it
really?
back to back, dude. I was gonna be like, you know how many times I done watch the Batman? I done watched it 4 times. It's like a freaking. I wait, because Ben had said like just wait till it comes out on HBO Max, and I did, and dude, it's so awesome. Like I
Yeah.
just think everything, the soundtrack. I bought the album. I bought the soundtrack. I own it now,
Mm,
and
that's
it was
it.
only like $8. It was cheap, and I got it. And that last song where Catwoman and Batman are doing that motorcycle scene, like that last song is called Sonote, or I'm not sure how it's called, but it's a great song. It's a beautiful like little cat and mouse game, and it's like they filmed it perfect. It's awesome the way it comes out. Like the movie is just so that scene is amazing. I gotta say, like yeah, like the decision, like where he's like, do I stay with her or do I go? And then she's like chase me, and then he catches up to her, which I'm finding out that the bat bike is way faster than the cat bike. He caught up to her like that, or
Mhm.
maybe she wanted to get caught. But like it's that movie is just oh dude, keep going guys. What you got? What are the things you like about it?
Well, like I said, I really enjoyed the Riddler character this go around, as opposed to Jim Carrey. Even the Riddler, like I said in that Gotham show, it was closer. Like it was honestly, Gotham was kind of a good mix. It would be a good mix between the Jim Carrey and the Paul Dano.
Paul
But
Dano.
yeah, Jim Carrey, man, like that's just what I grew up with. Like I dressed up as Halloween for I think I was Two Face. I might have been the Riddler. I might have been both, man. I might have went as both, man. I needed to be the Riddler.
The Two Face Riddler.
Yeah, I might have had the Riddler costume and then put the Two Face mask on. Who knows?
Oh
But I
wow.
It's a
know.
pretty good costume.
I'm telling you, man.
I think Mr. Freeze is like and Poison Ivy would be a really solid Halloween costume too. Like
Dude,
a
I,
Mr. Freeze helmet on like a Poison Ivy like
oh,
dude,
onesie.
somebody did a Mark Strong as Mr. Freeze like fan image poster. It was so awesome. Like
really?
Mark Strong and Mr. Freeze would be pretty badass.
Mark Strong's pretty damn awesome. I enjoy
Pretty
him quite a
strong.
bit.
There
Pretty
we go. This is better.
pretty Mark Strong.
He's a strong guy.
Can you lay on the couch just a little bit longer? And there it is. There we are.
Kick your feet up.
Yeah. That way I
Okay,
could
there's no chair in here.
that way I could draw you like one of my French girls. All right.
Dude,
There it is.
just
Near, far. Oh, actually, did y'all see the Avatar trailer?
no.
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh,
No.
okay.
You
Yeah.
want to see it?
What's that? I mean, I saw it. Yeah, I watched it.
Do you want to watch it, Mark? I can put it on now. Like I think. I mean,
Sure.
I could do it if you want to watch it, but let's
Try
watch
it.
it. The Avatar.
What about Doctor Strange?
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't.
All right, so here's what happens, guys. All right. So Doctor Strange walks in
Spoiler alerts. Let's see.
and he does stuff. All right, this stuff happens. Then it's over.
All right, here you go. We have here, for some odd reason, the Avatar 2 trailer on Side by Side. Because on this show, as Mark Lupo is finding out, we just do whatever we want.
We go with the flow.
It's cool. Yeah, I was banging a lighter on the counter just for the echo for like 3 minutes.
Oh,
For
that was a
while.
lighter?
That was a lighter.
I thought that was a drum, bro. That's how good it sounded.
It
Okay, what's
sounded
going on here?
amazing.
It did.
I hope it
My
holds
my
up.
ears were pleasured for sure.
Ooh.
Here we go. Let's see this trailer.
The Way of Water.
The Way of the Warrior.
I don't know if I like that name.
All right, a little bit of the same, all right. Just beautiful.
Wait, so they're gonna be in the water? No way.
These guys are gonna steal all their water.
I know one thing. Wherever we go, this family is our fortress.
Wait, did y'all say that or was that in the trailer?
Me. I said it.
I knew it. You ASMR
So-
sounding son of a gun.
I think it looks a little the same. I guess we're going for the experience of the theater.
Oh,
Because
you
when
can tell the
what's
same
up?
story to a new generation. It's fine. It's like 10 years later, man.
I know,
Yeah,
man, it's been a
yeah.
minute. I saw that movie in the theaters. I thought it was a cool, but then I was like, the story's kind of weak. And then I saw it at home, and I was like, God, this movie sucks without the theater.
Is
Yeah.
it
And
bad?
then,
I haven't
Ah.
seen it since theater, and I remember having a really good time, but I can't remember anything about it. I can remember so.
I just thought the
little
story.
about
I
it.
thought the story was weak, but it's a good visual experience.
I saw it just at home. I didn't see it in the theater. I enjoyed it. I thought it was maybe a little excessively long, but
Yeah.
it was just I don't know. I felt like it was good world building, for sure.
Put it this way.
I enjoyed it.
Well, to put it this way, I'm talking about for the hype, for all the hype that I
Yeah.
went to go watch it. And I'm seeing this again. I'm like, okay, they're hyping this one up a lot, and then we're gonna what's it gonna be? You know, what are we gonna get? But you know what's a good movie, and you know it's not has a great story. The Batman.
The Batman.
Batman.
All right, thank you, Mark. Yeah, you got it. If we say it, then please say it. That's one of the rules here.
The
on
Batman.
The show.
Okay.
So let's show
I'm
Mark
glad- I'm
about
glad I just
we
caught on
have
that.
like we have something called, and you're lucky we can explain this to you real fast. We have a thing called repeat offender.
Yeah,
Now,
and it's not like a sexual offender thing or anything. Don't worry.
basically,
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of offenses I could have already done.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Could have been
So the re-
shoplifting. Could have been.
So the re-
It could have
Winona
been selling
Ryder.
cocaine.
Oh, yeah. So-
Idris Elba. No, he sold marijuana. Never mind.
No, so so a repeat offender. I mean, it's kind of like you'd have to seen the other movies we've seen, but if you have, we have definitely repeat offender in Tommy Lee Jones
Yep.
on the show, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Do we have Val Kilmer?
Oh yeah, Tombstone.
Tombstone's right.
Colin Farrell.
No, it's the first time.
Zoe Kravitz.
First time.
No, I feel like we've had her.
Cats?
No, was she in Cats?
You seen Cats? We did Cats.
You did Cats.
We did Cats. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I'm looking up Zoe Kravitz right now
Cool.
because
And also from
what about Nicole? Oh, Nicole Kidman.
Moulin Rouge.
Yep.
Have you seen Moulin Rouge, Mark?
No. Did you do like a
Awesome.
Baz Luhrmann week or something?
No, we did Moulin Rouge, and we did
There's another music.
La La Land.
Yeah,
So we just did
Oh.
musicals. Ben's
La
a
La
musical
Land is
lover.
good.
I do.
I don't
it.
like
If I-
Baz Luhrmann. I haven't
Really?
seen
You don't-
I haven't seen Moulin Rouge, but
Speaking about musicals, Ben, have you seen Tick Tick Boom?
I have not, but I've heard great
Ooh.
things.
Oof. Andrew Garfield's making a comeback, dude.
Oh, I
Andrew
bet.
Garfield's everywhere right now, man. I'm steamy.
Woo. Woo. Woo.
I'm as hot as that Ben's beard right there.
It's getting
You
quite
trimmed it.
fluffy. I like it.
Yeah, trimmed it. He had it all the way down.
I'm gonna get it all
did you
the
trim
way.
it up?
No, I haven't trimmed it up. I haven't done hardly anything to it. I barely even comb it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hey guys, a quick thing. If I might get interrupted, so if I drop out, but I'll drop right back in. I might get interrupted.
All right.
Okay.
Well, sounds good. At least we won't have to worry about the feedback. I don't think.
No.
But no, man. Batman Forever. I have to say, I thought there was going to be some nostalgia factor to this one, and I was disappointed. I really enjoyed this movie whenever I was younger. I did not enjoy this movie near as much whenever I was older. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I mean, it was, I don't know. I think also, like, back then, this was like the cream of the crop. You know, Batman
Yeah.
Forever. I mean, first off, not only were you having like that cartoony feel, but you're also then trying to kind of dissect Bruce Wayne and have him talk to a therapist and everything. So you're kind of, like you said, trying to get on that other side of Batman too, instead of just focusing on Batman. you
Yeah.
know?
I was gonna say, Mark, what do you think?
Oh, I didn't like it at all. It was
Yeah.
really hard to watch. It's a bad movie. I think
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher is just goofy as fuck. I can't. All the choices were so stupid. It was like it was like a pastiche of a movie. It's like they had to fit Robin and the Grayson family and like I don't know. I mean, it was pretty funny in a really dumb way.
Yeah.
So
Jim
I think
Carrey is
wait,
enjoyable. Dude, it's like I can't stop thinking about this. Is like how I keep saying that Two-Face has a multiple personality disorder, that he's like dissociative identity, but he's just zany. He's just weird. Like he's the same guy the whole way through, but he just screams and shoots a gun a lot and does everything in twos, like drinking two different flutes
Yeah.
of champagne and a room split in half.
Drew
split in half.
Barrymore. She's a repeat offender.
That was Drew Barrymore. I was wondering
Yeah.
when I was watching that. Is that
And
okay?
the other chick, she's a repeat offender too.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, she is. I
Nicole
just can't
Kidman?
remember.
No.
Oh, the other
Wait,
the
the Two
the
Faces.
dark half of the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two Faces jailbait, aka Jesus, dude. He's like in his 50s, and those girls are like what 18.
Was
Like,
he in
for-
nineteen ninety?
what a lucky man.
Oh, dude,
It's like-
he was at least in his 40s in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I'm
what a
just
lucky-
saying
what a
that
lucky
was
man.
Joel Schumacher's choice. That wasn't Tommy Lee Jones'
Sure.
choice.
No, yeah.
Joel-
I don't know how much we can even hold Tommy Lee Jones, because like, I'm not saying like his choices were good. I don't know if they were his choices, but he did the shit out of them.
Yeah, no,
Like-
he really did. Like he sold it, man. Him and Jim Carrey both.
She, real quick, the actress's name, I don't know what we might have had her. His name is Debbie Mazar. Her name is Spice, and Drew Barrymore's name is Sugar.
Interesting. That makes
Yeah.
sense, I guess.
in a
Dude,
in
it's. Oh, sorry. Oh,
No.
It's down to like everything about this movie is just so goofy and like just poorly measured. It's like even okay, so the iconic thing where like somebody's talking and Batman's already gone. This one it happens at the beginning, but like he's still in the frame and you just kind of see him like whoop, 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 whoop. And then she turns around like there's no surprise for the audience because you just see him like walk away. She turns around and she's like, how do you do that? It's like he literally you were just monologuing at the camera for like 35 seconds and he just excused himself.
I thought the part that got me, there was a part where I just lost it, was when Commissioner Gordon
He's like,
is
go.
yeah, go. I was like, what are you doing?
Dude, what are you doing? Like, aren't you supposed to be doing stuff? Like, are
Yeah.
you just there to like watch shit happen? Like, I don't understand. Like,
There's this point at the end of the movie where he's like at the bat signal and then he's like up there. I don't know. I mean,
God
maybe
save
it's
us all.
there. Maybe it's there for a while, but he's just like, I don't think he's coming. And then he comes right then.
I knew it.
I found it.
Well, guys, pack it in. We did all we could as cops in this fucking city.
Fuck, we suck.
Oh man.
I mean, I think this Batmobile is pretty freaking wicked, but it looks too much like a damn penis, man. Like,
Well, I think
the
that's
one-
definitely
Batman for-
intentional. The Batmobile is a cock. Like, that is a phallic symbol.
look at
If I've
this.
ever seen. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That is.
That's a penis with the
It's
ribs
like-
and
it's
everything.
like-
That's
it's like a razor dick.
That's
Like, oh my god. Could you imagine?
razor dick. Watch out for razor dick.
Is
Razor
there-
dick.
It looks like it's still got its foreskin. Like, yeah, this is a phallic Batmobile, dude.
Look at this one right
is-
here. Can you see the mouse I'm hovering? Like, it's the one on the top
Do you
right.
think that's an accident? I think they said we want a symbol of male fertility for this Batman. We want a virile Batman to ride his dick right up into criminals' cars.
That's why you always see him
I
going
think
through
that's-
tunnels.
I think fucking so. I don't think that's a. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. And then what do you call it? SNL had the ambiguously gay duel.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
voiced
that
by
was a damn-
Steve Carell, man.
Was
That
it?
thing was a
Yeah,
damn
those-
penis.
Those are fun
Look at-
sketches.
Like, literally, and it's like it's not too far off from like the actual design of the Batmobile.
Well, it's just gonna look almost exactly like the Batmobile.
Look at that. Like, look at this.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so stupid. Like, what the? They're not even like really like trying to make it like not look like it. Like, it's not as hard for them if they were to try to not make it look like a penis. That thing looks like a penis.
Dude,
But
oh,
I
yeah,
did like
no, no.
I did like the boat though. The boat was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
then
The
cool.
plane.
The way that plane
yeah.
was hanging like a bat down in the bat cave was like kind of cool in a way.
I mean, so did you guys grow up reading comics at all, or did y'all read graphic novels?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
here, like
I'm
Deadpool.
like-
I read Deadpool once.
This is a loony, crazy comic book movie. Like I said, man, you gotta pop your hat. You gotta take your hat off when you watch this one. Get rid of all logic. Look at the story. I fell in love with this when I saw it growing up. I was like, okay, cool. It's a Batman movie, and Jim Carrey's funny, and Tommy Lee Jones. Well, I don't know why they casted him as Two-Face, and Val Kilmer's a great Batman, and Chris O'Donnell. People talk bad about. I was young, I was in 5th grade when this movie came out, and people were talking bad about Chris O'Donnell. Now I'm watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, I get what they're saying. But I mean, he did do his own stunts for the most part, and he did learn a little bit about how to fight. So I'll give him that much. But Chris O'Donnell as a Robin, it's like it's already kind of like I understand when I was younger, I would hear at comic book stores or a Wizard or the arcade, they'd badmouth him. But I gotta say, like, it's a great movie. Like I if you just look at, like, I totally forget that Edward Nygma and Harvey Dent, they don't know each other, so they have to introduce themselves to each other, and then they have that one common thing, which is Batman. And then they got to go and fight Batman, and the whole time without like letting Two-Face kill him when he has opportunities, because the Riddler's playing it up. And then in the Batman, you have the Penguin's just a side character, right? You have the John Turturro character, which is a great
He
performance.
was pretty awesome in that.
He's a repeat offender.
He's very, very repeat offender.
But
He's
I-
Lebowski. No, he's in
Yeah, he was
Oh,
in Bill
Lebowski.
Lebowski. He was in
Lebowski, yeah.
Lebowski.
Yeah.
But,
I
yeah,
liked
yeah.
that Penguin and Carmine Falcone. I think that's who Turturro
Yeah.
played. I liked that they were side characters. In fact, I almost would argue that maybe their plots got a. I think it was necessary. I think the only reason their plots became necessary toward the end was because this is arguably may have. I think it kind of is more a Catwoman movie than a Batman movie. Like I think this is.
Well,
I think
yeah,
she has
okay.
the arc. I think she has like the most pronounced. I think. I guess she's a foil. Like it does follow Batman, but I do think maybe she's like the most important character in that movie. She's the one like most like that
Yeah,
is
you don't have
most
to add another.
affected
Yeah,
by what happens in the movies. Whereas
That-
Batman is like kind of like it's almost like Mad Max Fury Road. You know how Mad Max is like he's kind of like an interrupter
Yeah.
in like the story of Furiosa and these girls. And this is Catwoman's city and Batman is kind of an interloper too. Like he's trying to help, but like it like the stakes for him are honestly like more abstract. For her it's like the more power like that the criminal underworld gets, the more of her fucking friends disappear. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And again, I do like I'm gonna keep bringing this up, and it's one thing I like about the new Batman, even though I don't think it's perfect with this, but I do think it's like it's finally like a Batman that's like super class focused and is willing to like kind of punish Bruce Wayne for being what is essentially kind of like
Like a socialite or something.
yeah, like a you know, like a billionaire, somebody that's not super connected to the people that he protects, and maybe causes some more damage in the process. So this is something that I noticed that I'm sure other people have noticed it, but like I get excited talking about it because it's like to the last clue that he finds of the Riddler, it's a fucking carpet tucker, and like Batman, rich Bruce Wayne, even though he's the world's greatest detective, he is so removed from the working class. He has no fucking, he's like, what is this fucking thing? And then the cop in the room is like, oh yeah, that's a carpet tucker. My uncle used to use those all the time. And it's like, to me, that's significant because like Bruce Wayne, like he is throughout the movie solving these extremely hard riddles, or at least like what are presented as like really hard riddles. And this simple, like, working class tool, he can't even identify what it is because he's never done a day of like
Well, labor.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like too, man. Like he lost his parents and everything, but he didn't suffer like what was the Riddler's
parallel
name?
with the Riddler. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
is paralleled with the Riddler the entire movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is almost like it is kind of like this. See, like Bruce Wayne is lucky. Like, sure, he's traumatized, and that's what makes his character interesting and gives it some depth. But like, it's saying like these are the systemic problems with the city, and like you could have been me right now. You know what I mean? Like, I guess you know what I mean. Like he could have been the Riddler in that moment.
Yeah.
Do we know which timeline this is? Is there any defined like, hey, this is like in the Joker, like anything like that? Does anybody know?
I was
I'm not
viewing
too
this as a
sure.
one shot. Well, the Joker is in this movie. So
Yeah.
it's a different Joker.
And that's another thing. Like everything I've looked up online, everybody's like, why the Joker? Why the Joker? And it's kind of played out, man. I'm like that too.
I think okay, so
Maybe they're trying to do a Jokerverse.
did you guys see the scene with what's his name, like Barry Koenig? I
Yeah.
think. And he's great. Like he's a good actor. He's really good in like Killing of the Sacred Deer. Most shit he's in, he's like really hypnotic and interesting in. But yeah, I mean, they clearly like had already paid him, and they had like an entire scene that was like Hannibal, like very Silence of the Lambs, where he goes to visit him. It's that cutscene. Did you guys see that on YouTube?
No,
Goes to visit him?
Yeah, there's a deleted scene with the Joker.
No.
Oh, you should check it out. It's good, but it's completely unnecessary. Like, it adds no new information. It was a good cut because even though it's, like, kind of aesthetically cool and it's an interesting Joker, it just, in an already 3-hour movie, it's just going to bloat the runtime. It's like another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I do think because they'd already hired this guy who, like, probably isn't A-list, but, like, maybe, I don't know.
He's getting
probably
there. He's
B-list.
Rising star at least.
He must have been expensive.
He's in
on some level.
Eternals. I mean, he's been in a few kind of like higher profile movies.
who are you talking about?
Barry Koenig, the guy that
Yeah.
played. I hope I'm saying that right.
I
The
think
guy
you
that
are.
played
I think that's
the
about
guy that
close.
played the
Let me see.
Joker
Let me
briefly
see.
in this
This
movie.
guy? It's a 5-minute deleted scene. Wow.
I thought it was longer, but
Guy looks so cool.
Present. Almost our anniversary, isn't it? There's a serial killer. I want to respect it. First anniversary. Paper. What makes you think that I'm so cheap? I thought you'd be curious. You think I could offer this stuff? Don't you? You have pictures. Oh, it's violence. It's so baroque. Oh, he likes little puzzles, doesn't he? So meticulous. Like he's been planning this his whole life. I know who he is. No. Who is he? He's a nobody. Wants to be somebody. The mayor, the commissioner. He's got ambition. You think his motive's political? Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him. Probably goes way back. Unhealed wounds, stolen lunch money. Why is he writing to me? Maybe he's a fan of yours? Or maybe he's got a grudge against you, too. Maybe you're the main course. Any theories? Not yet. Really? You're normally so ahead of the curve. But something is different this time. This is very upsetting to you. Let's get back to him. Why? You're so much more fun. I'm not here to talk about me. What are you here to talk about? I want to know how he thinks. You know exactly how he thinks. Have you read this file? You two have so much in common. Masked Avengers. So he's even more righteous. Oh, are you afraid he makes you look soft? You're wasting my time. I'll tell you what I really think. I think you don't really care about his motives, whether he loves or hates you. I think somewhere deep down, you're just terrified. You're wrong, huh? You think they deserved it, huh? You think they deserved it.
So that is basically the Batman is going asking help to the Joker to catch the Riddler.
Yeah, I would really enjoyed seeing that in the movie. Actually, I think
Dude, I
that
like the
scene was
But there's
even.
nothing
I know.
happened there though.
I
Nothing
know.
happened.
dude.
It's just a cool reveal. I mean,
I
the at the end it is kind of too, but I think also too is like the Joker is kind of playing both sides too because he's like I think he's a big fan of yours or he has a big grudge against you and he's right. He's right about both. Like I mean, he's
Definitely, but we find that out in a more visceral and interesting way later.
yeah.
So I just think not only is this redundant,
Yeah, it's good that they
I'm
didn't
a
put it in the
little
movie.
exhausted by the Joker too. Like I mean, obviously everybody likes the Joker. I like the Joker too, but like I've seen enough of him in media, and I don't think this is like an interesting enough. And I know they're gonna make a sequel. I really hope it's not a Joker sequel.
Yeah.
Same.
If they keep the Joker in his position like this, like the Hannibal Lecter guy, I would love that. I think the way they shot this scene right now, that the deleted scene, I thought it was amazing. They keep making the Joker
It
more. I
looks
mean, other than
good.
the Jared Leto, they keep making him more fucked up, like more mutilated, like he like self mutilated. He does it to himself. Like they make him
Yeah.
really twisted.
I
But
mean, yeah, it's aesthetically kind of neat, I guess, and like it matches the tone. But again, it's like, why? For like the story, it does nothing, and this is already a really long movie. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It just, I think, I'm sure there's plenty more redundancies they could have cut in the final movie. That maybe like going back with like a fine tuned
yeah.
comb would be like. And I mean, they've edited their own fucking
But
movie, so who am I? But I
I
think it was a
think
good cut.
I think you're right for the reason that most people I think they probably cut it for the reason of like the Joker is you've seen him in everything, you know. Um, every Batman franchise has a Joker. Even non Batman franchises have a Joker.
Yeah.
Even Joker has a franchise,
Yeah,
potentially.
I really
You know.
see. That's another dude. I liked that Joker movie a lot, even with like all the baggage attached to it.
Yeah.
But I'm bummed out that they're making a second one, and I love Joaquin.
With Joaquin
I'm
Phoenix.
yeah, they greenlit a second one. And I'm like,
Hopefully he won't come back for that because that I feel like that's more of a one off. I
it's a one
mean,
shot. It's
yeah,
like it feels like it's cool because comics do that all the time. They'll make a weird. They'll have like some somebody, some like out there author, an illustrator like come out make like one weird story that doesn't fit in the universe of like everything else, and it's like cool and experimental, and then they're done with it, and like that was it, and like I like that way better, and that's what I liked this new Joker as. It was like a weird send up to like 1970s Scorsese movies too. Yeah, it was like if Martin Scorsese directed a fucking Batman movie, this would have been the one he made,
yeah,
and it
man.
was
And
cool.
I'd be all right with this being a one off too. I mean, to be quite
Me
honest
too.
with you.
Was thinking that I knew it wasn't going to by the time I finished it. Like it was just everybody was talking about it, and it was too. But I'd like to see, dude. I want to see like Court of Owls. I want to
Yeah.
see some weird Batman. I want to see some Victor Zsasz. I would like to. I think to even get to
Bro.
like.
You need to watch Gotham, bro. I know you may not see him in the movies, but at least you got Victor Zsasz and that you got
Yeah,
Court of Owls, you got it all.
I want to. A villain that I want to see in a Batman movie is like when it gets like into the supernatural weird stuff. Is like Solomon Grundy.
Dude, I was just about to
Grundy,
say that.
yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to see a Solomon Grundy
I,
movie.
I don't know why, but I think with modern technology, I want to see Clayface. I like that story.
Clayface would be dope. Yeah, Clayface would
Dude,
be great.
if we
I
could do
think
Clayface,
he's like an interesting character too. He's
yeah,
like a
he's like,
failed actor.
yeah. I mean, he's getting older and he starts getting roles again, but he's older, so he wants to look younger and mutilates himself, and then becomes this vamp, like a bank robber. It's like it's a crazy story, but I think I don't. I want to see Clayface real bad. I also want to see Killer Croc. I think
Yeah.
Killer Croc should come out with Batman. Enough of the Harley
Dude.
Quinn Batman thing. Take a break with that.
Yeah.
Or Harley Quinn and Joker thing. Just
Yeah, dude, I love Margot Robbie, but I don't. I do think her Harley Quinn is a little bit much.
well, here on Side by Side, we like Margot Robbie and a bubble bath drinking prosecco. So
Definitely, absolutely. I love
Yeah.
The Big Short too.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies. My,
And in the
it's
Wolf
up
of
there.
Wall Street too.
Oh, you better stop that. You better stop that right now.
He still hasn't seen the Wolf of Wall Street yet, Mark.
You haven't seen it? Oh,
Nah, I've seen bits. I've seen like whatever YouTube. I've seen a few things, but I haven't seen the whole movie.
He's
I haven't
seen
seen.
all
Actually, I
that.
haven't seen it all.
okay, yeah. Oh, sure, you've seen. Yeah, no, he's watched 7 minutes of Wolf of Wall Street. Dude.
Yeah, a 3-hour
you said
movie.
You said he didn't watch it, and he watched 7 minutes of it. Ben, get your
Oh,
fucking
okay.
facts straight. All
My-
right,
my
he
bad,
gets
man.
it. He gets it.
I don't want. I just seen. I've seen a few clips. I'm just not. I'm not sold. But
You-
I'm willing to watch Wall Street and Wolf of Wall Street back to back on this show for the fans, for the viewers.
I mean, it's good.
You pretty much just watched the trailer twice. All right, that's all you do.
I mean, are you a fan of Martin
No,
Scorsese?
no, not that. I like Scorsese. I love him. I love his movies. We did Goodfellas.
You'll probably
just
like
think,
Wolf of Wall Street.
I just the thing about it. It's like one of those Scarface movies that I don't like. That when people watch
Definitely,
it,
it's structurally
get-
like Goodfellas and I guess Scarface. I don't like Scarface though.
well, I don't like Scarface because where I'm from, people get like they get like they think they're Tony Montana and they get real conceited for watching that movie. So the Wolf of Wall Street's the same crew, so it's almost Fast and the Furious crew, but Fast and Furious crew they still know how to have fun. These Scarface guys I grew up with and Wolf of Wall Street guys they want to be like what's his name, Tony Gecko, or what's his name, George Gecko, what's his name?
Gordon Gekko.
Gordon Gecko. Yeah, they want to be like him. They want to really like start slicking their hair back and they start. I'm better than you. I'm just gonna start now. So when
Yeah.
I get, you know.
I think Wolf of Wall Street is interesting because it's like the characters are really unlikable, and it reminds me of Goodfellas because but Goodfellas like even though they're unlikable, they're kind of like in that for some reason you like them.
You like wise guys. You like the wise
they're-
guys.
Yeah, it's like you still kind of want to be a gangster. Wolf of Wall Street is like it's like they're just pieces of shit. They're just
Yeah.
like garbage people. And I think one of the issues is like a lot of like I think that was like when a lot of especially like fratty millennial kids were growing up watching it, they like started to idolize it, which I guess it like is understandable because it looks so much fun and like I mean, I know when it came out I was doing a lot of drugs too and I was like very and like but yeah, it became like a glorification of like that culture, which is definitely against the point of the movie. At least like my reading of it, which is like a movie that's trying to like exhaust you. Like by the end of the movie, you should be like, fuck, man, Jesus Christ, like this guy is out of control. Like I can't. How can you live like this?
You're tired sitting down watching this movie.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess a bunch of 20-year-olds just getting into college are like, I'm just fucking ready to go.
Yeah, I just
I want
you're
to go
right.
to Wall Street.
Fucking do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
just
do it.
that kind
I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking
I'm
leaving.
not fucking leaving. Like I've seen that scene. I'm not fucking leaving. I've
Yeah, you seen the
Matthew
memes?
McConaughey
Okay,
scene.
he's watched the memes. He gets
Okay,
it.
alright.
He watched the memes. See,
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
fine.
Absolutely right. I'll watch the movie if you want to do it on here. I'll do it, but I'm not gonna watch it on my own. Like I've seen enough of the movie, but it might change me. The show's changed me as a human being, so I'm pretty sure it'll change me I changed me as a movie watcher now. It's like side by side watching a movie with a purpose. Like I like to like get something from it.
so Batman Forever.
I love Batman Forever, dude. The way it is, it's just you gotta watch it like a zany cookie because you have Val Kilmer as one of the top actors in the '90s, and it's like in '95, so mid '90s. I think he has like The Island of Dr. Moreau coming out around, and that was like a horrible movie he did. So it's like, but he got paid a lot of money to do it. So it's like at that point he's like really. Tombstone was a 92, 93.
93.
So he's like he's still riding that wave. And then you got Nicole Kidman, freaking beautiful, and then her way that she's in love, like Grace Meridian, she's in love with Batman, but not Bruce Wayne. Then she meets Bruce Wayne and falls in love with him because he has a shit ton of money. And then she turns. It's a weird fucking complex. Like even her little story, she's like, you know, she can.
Yeah, again, like the right guy is Bruce. Like, I always loved the bad boys. I guess it's time for me to settle down with a nice, fucking handsome millionaire to show my character growth.
Oh, wait,
That's what
he's
I'm saying,
Batman.
dude.
What?
You gotta watch it like that. Like don't get like that story. You know, like I was saying, Avatar story is kind of weak. Like these stories, you gotta look at them like I said, like zany or like casting Thomas.
It
Jones
is
as Two-Face.
funny in that way. It was funny in like a campy way for sure, but like I just don't know if I believe that was intentional. Like
No,
I think
no.
it
Like
was
Joel
like
Schumacher. It's like how
I
much
think he
acid
just
did he
isn't
hit?
focused.
Hey,
Because like some of it kind of was like he would like go from trying to have a serious movie in one scene and trying to have like deep, brooding, emotional content, and then he'd literally be doing like springy noises as the Riddler's fucking throwing bombs in the Batcave, and it's just weird. It's just weird.
you know what got me? It was at the very beginning when they have that safe, and it's like, oh, it's filling up with water. Oh no, it's acid.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's boiling gas. This guy
Boiling acid.
boiling acid. And you wouldn't have known that unless he had somehow fucking known. Oh my god, it's boiling acid.
Boiling acid.
That's another thing that I thought was weird is like, so they have this dude, this like weak, cowardly bank guard who's just like, help me, Batman, save me. And then they made him deaf for no reason. Like Batman steals it.
No, he needed it, so that's why they made him deaf. So he could
all right, yeah, to break out of the bank. But like, didn't it just seem like a weird dunk to like be like, yeah, he's weak and he's also got a disability. Like it's just so fucking, it's so
dude,
90s
that was
meme. It's
no,
so
listen,
like,
Batman would have died if that man wasn't deaf. Mark,
Yeah.
I want
Exactly,
you to realize that's what we learned from that. All right,
it's just weird that he has rocket boots in case, what was it, like a fan propeller is like pushing him down the side of a missile silo, but for some reason he doesn't have a fucking stethoscope in his utility belt. Like that was one thing I tracked is he had rocket boots. You remember that at the end of the movie? What other, he's like holding on to something, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Why does he have those rocket boots?
Hey, another question is: do you think that guy, that guard, like got a hearing aid compensation for that?
I don't know. We gotta find out.
Hopefully, Bruce
I hope
was
the
like,
bank was covering him.
yeah,
Well, Wayne Enterprises, dude.
I bought the
Don't
bank.
even, you know, I did like the fatuation of Edward Nygma and Bruce Wayne. How Edward Nygma wanted to be Bruce Wayne. Like I thought that was a nice little storyline in that movie.
I like the riddles, like his face popping out and going, you know, like I
Well,
like
Those
those.
are cute. Those
Yeah.
are cute.
I like
Those
where
are
he goes, no,
really
don't
high.
kill him.
Those are like extremely high effort Hallmark cards. I like those.
Like that. There's a lot of tension in that scene where Bruce Wayne gets grazed by the bullet by Two-Face. Excuse me. And then really goes, no, don't kill him. Oh, he won't learn nothing. But there's like a long pause. Like he had to pause on both faces, Harvey Dent and Two-Face. But this movie, like, I like it, dude. I think it's a crazy like roller coaster ride. But I like comic books. I like batshit crazy. Like this is.
Well, okay, so I like comic books too, but I think we're in like different camps of comics because like there's really fucking dark. There's like comic books of Batman that make the Batman look like nothing. Like they get fucking bad.
Didn't Frank Miller do Batman?
Yeah, Frank Miller sucks. I hate Frank Miller. Okay.
Hey, Mark, can you tell me how you really feel about it? Or,
I think I like Sin City, but like I do think, dude, like he's just so, I don't know. He's so like cynical, and his Batman's so weirdly mean. His Batman's such a piece of shit and abusive. Like,
He's angry.
The goddamn Batman.
Yeah, like
And he also had this weird.
Batman.
He had this weird propaganda cartoon that was like, I think it's called Holy Terror. I don't know. I don't like Frank Miller's like observations about people, but I think that's just textured by knowing how like ultra conservative he is.
Yeah. No. Well, hell, man. So I have a question. Mark, who is your favorite Batman thus far?
My favorite Batman? Can I say Kevin Conroy from the cartoon?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah,
That's fine.
I will accept that answer. I have met him.
I think that's probably my favorite. With maybe like this, actually, Robert Pattinson might be like my favorite Bruce Wayne, just because I think this is like. I mean, I like Robert Pattinson. I think he's a really good actor, and I think he did a good job. And I also kind of like his whiny mask-off Bruce Wayne. I like the Bruce Wayne that's like not very good at being Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like he's good at being Batman, but he's like he's still like he even tells Alfred, "You're not my dad, Alfred." Like
Yeah.
he's kind of an asshole. Like he kind of sucks, and
Well,
he's kind of a
well, we-
spoiled little brat. And I thought that was refreshing to see.
Who's your favorite Batman, Ben?
Robert Pattinson. I mean, honestly, after this movie, I thoroughly enjoyed his portrayal. I mean, like I said, you got to see the griminess of Batman. You know, you got to see not just like the chisel. Oh, here I am, doing tests on bullets and stuff like that from your Christopher Nolan stuff. Which don't get me wrong, like I really enjoyed that trilogy. I thought it was nice, neat, to the point.
Sure.
Like he told a story, and that's all we're getting of that, and I am perfectly okay with that. But this one, man, I mean, it just like it has great storytelling. It has great pace, like you said. It it just does. It doesn't do a lot of flashbacks or anything like that. Like it tells you a backstory through context. Like
Yeah.
Carmen Falcone coming in, or Falcone
Yeah.
coming in. I was like, oh yeah, Bruce, you remember whenever I came into your house,
Everything is super present. Everything
Yeah.
is like right there in the moment. Everything has stakes attached to the situation. Yeah, I mean, Batman Forever had like 4 flashbacks of his parents getting killed, and it's the 3rd movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and a
yeah,
and,
it's,
a, and a bat. You had a flashback of a bat.
yeah, and that's how they find out it's Batman.
Yep.
My favorite one, Michael Keaton. Until I
can
saw
see
the
that.
Batman, then Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I really don't even think it's like just because it's newest portrayal. I think he does a fantastic job. Like
It's a really textured
Well,
Batman.
They,
It's
they,
like a
they got it
very-
right. I think they finally got it layered right, and I think like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I think he's great. I like the Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield bringing him up again, but I still Tobey Maguire. I love all of them, so I'm cool with that. I think the Robin for Chris O'Donnell, I think he was like 20 something. I think they should have actually got a younger person, but he was a hot name at the time. And then, but I would say like that was that. But it's a crazy ass movie. Like Batman and Robin gets even crazier.
Mhm.
Like the Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Like
I think
that-
it's
that
more
movie's-
fun because it actually like just
Yeah.
true.
it's
It's-
almost like
yeah.
it's so stupid that you can tell it's
yeah,
not trying
they
to
have
be
like a
serious
Batman
anymore.
Discover card. He's like, I'll use my platinum.
And then it's George Clooney, which now I'm
This-
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Bat
it's kinda like-
This one, it starts like the opening joke where he's like, "I'll use the drive-through." It's like, ah, fuck, what? Okay,
Yeah,
we're doing
dude, like,
this. We're doing
like,
Batman
oh, man, what-
SNL.
What's
real
up?
quick.
What's up?
What was I supposed to say? Alfred, Andy Serkis.
Oh,
Sure,
fantastic.
Andy Serkis,
maybe-
anything.
yeah.
like fucking,
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not my favorite Alfred, but he's a good Alfred.
yeah.
I don't even know who. Let me see. I don't even know who Alfred's name is. The actor for Batman Forever. The one that played it. I guess all
Oh,
the Batmans.
yeah,
right?
no, him and Commissioner Gordon, I think, were two of the ones that made it through all.
Michael Gore.
Michael Caine was the best Alfred, right?
I think
I
so.
mean, Michael.
He was the
Yeah.
most. And let's see, who else did we get?
I just believe that Michael Caine lived a rich and interesting life,
Yeah.
up to the point that I see him anywhere.
Agreed.
Like he's like
we had-
any character.
We had Jeremy Irons as Alfred, which he wasn't bad.
It's fine,
I don't
but
know,
It was a forgettable Batman movie.
It
though.
just sucks
It's a
because Jeremy
bad
Irons
Batman.
is like I think he's too prolific of an actor to play that role. Like it's like
I think he would have been a better villain.
yeah, I would like that better. But I mean he is the Batman. He passed away and the Alfred from the what's his name, Michael. It's G Gore.
From the
He pa-
Batmans of the 90s?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
passed
of
away. In
course he
2011
passed away.
2011 at 94. So
Whoa.
he got up their names. But his
Damn.
top 3 movies is Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman.
He was
And
in
then top-
94 and 90 in the 90s. He looked old, man.
yeah.
No. In 2011
No, he
he
died
died.
at
He was
94.
he was
Yeah, I
94
know.
years old.
Oof,
It's-
looking rough.
All right, Ben.
Sorry,
we're getting
sorry,
down-
Alfred.
We got
No.
15 minutes left of the
Yeah.
show, and we got places to go. Ben, do your thing.
All
Batman
right.
and Robin. What do you think? Watch this, Mark. Ben. We found out Ben has a he has a
Oh, okay.
superpower.
All right, so Batman and Robin.
Oh, Batman Forever.
Or Batman. Okay, Batman Forever. Let's see here. It's going to be a budget of like 90 to 110, and then it's gonna gross 230.
No.
I don't know how he does this. Mark, you want to guess how much the movies make?
I mean, I kind of trust you. I don't know because not you're also taking into account that it was like the 90s and stuff too.
Yeah, he's good at this. He's really close. Watch this.
Dude, okay,
Check
I'm
this.
gonna take a swing and say two
Go for
hundred
it.
million. I'm gonna say 200 million, just because that
For the
To
budget,
make,
to make. Yes.
and how much did it? How much do you think it made?
I don't know. Fucking. Dude, I'm bad at this. Let's say 500 million.
That's good. 200, 500. Well, like yeah, it takes a little practice. I don't understand, but maybe Ben looks ahead of time.
I
But
don't.
damn,
No,
he doesn't. He doesn't. I take it for his word. But dude, he's pretty good at this game, Mark. Sometimes he gets it right on the damn penny. Look at this one. Look how good he got this one.
I already knew.
said-
Yeah, I could tell by the way you were acting that he got it.
100
Like,
million. He
yeah.
said 90 to 110. So that falls right in there. And then he said,
wait, what's
around-
that box office?
box office 336
Okay.
million. So he went over, but he's still in the. I think he's still in the ballpark.
What'd
No,
you
I
say?
said
Wait,
I
what'd you
said
say?
200. I said 230. So I was under.
Oh,
about
I thought you
100
said
million.
330.
No.
Oh.
So me and Mark, if we'll meet in the middle, we'll make it
Well,
work.
you won my Price is Right rules, so.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
here's the really this one's difficult because okay, so the Batman box office. All right, so budget is gonna be, I'm gonna say 130 million. And then box office, we're gonna say probably, if we're talking worldwide, probably 300 million. What do you got?
Sure.
Really? That
Sure,
seems okay. So that seems low on both ends to me.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Okay. Oh, domestic. Sorry, domestic. I'll do 300 million.
Okay.
No,
That-
just give me box office. That's all I got.
Box
from me.
office. I'll say 730 million.
Dude, if that
Alright.
okay, if that cost wait, what was the number on Batman Forever? It was 100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this is like a $400 million film, I think.
No.
No.
This is
All right,
100
Mark.
What's the record?
This
What's the
is
record?
this- like to cost of cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
For Batman movie or
probably
just budget?
probably like Avengers would be my guess
What
because
is-
but it's the only reason it's so inflated is because they're paying the cast. You're paying Robert Downey Jr. for his contract on his
Yeah.
10th fucking movie, where
Okay.
he's been building your brand for 10 years too. So, but that's where
You're right. You're right
you
there.
you get that. But no, that's with this one. I wouldn't say it would be a $400 million movie because Robert Pattinson. I mean, he's a high profile, but I would say Colin Farrell would probably be making maybe a little bit more, and that would probably be it. That would probably be my only guess of whoever's making more than Robert
Okay,
Pattinson.
so I'm gonna double
my
down on 200 million then.
Okay.
And we're still saying domestic.
No, just the budget. I mean,
Okay.
box office and
Box
budget.
office,
So what
yeah.
would it cost to make and what it brought back?
Cost 200, made 500. Final answer.
Damn. All right. So 2 to 5. And Ben, what did you say?
I'm saying 120 million to make, and then
It's 7 or something, right?
yeah, I said 730 million.
All right. Well, check this out, dude. This is insane. Mark got it on the money.
You beat me. You did it,
You
You
Mark.
got the 200 million, but he said
180.
500, and then
Okay.
you said 120, 130, and
Yeah.
then you said 7. So you got the box office, but Mark got the budget around the money, around the dollar.
Damn.
So that's badass. But check this out. Look what I found. While we were looking that up, I looked up what was the most expensive movie ever made. Can you guys guess that?
It wasn't Avatar. It was for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think Avatar
Yeah,
was. The
I'm going to say
Even if you just say the franchise.
Avengers.
Okay, you got Avengers. What do you think, Mark?
I mean, Avengers sounds right, but I don't. The way you're saying it
Or
sounds like
Star
it's something
Wars.
else.
It may be Star Wars. I'm gonna stick with Avengers.
I'm gonna go
I'm sticking
Avengers.
with Avengers.
I'm gonna go
The most
Age
expensive.
of Ultron. Or no,
Nah.
no. I meant the fucking Infinity War. I meant.
Yeah, I would say Infinity War was
This
probably.
surprised me too. The most expensive movie ever made. I thought it was gonna be those, but freaking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh really?
What?
Dead Man's Pirates of the
What
Caribbean on Stranger
on
Tides.
5? Pirates of the
Isn't it?
Caribbean 5. They're still putting down that kind of money. Did it?
Dude, it
It made
budget
it
was
back. Oh, it made it back, and then okay.
Box office was $1 billion.
Billion. Yeah,
$1 billion.
it is a good investment. Fuck.
I
That
have not
sucks.
seen this movie whatsoever, dude.
That's an okay investment.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you made
that's
700,000, but
yeah. I mean,
all right.
yeah.
All right, Mark. So we're at the show where we gotta score it, and the way we do the scoring is 1 through 13 because there is no such thing as 0 when it comes to completing a film. They're so damn hard. You just get a 1 for an attempt.
Sure.
A 10 is your standard. 1 through 10 is like 1 being the lowest, 10 being like a perfect movie. But here on Side by Side, we like to add a little cream on the top. So if you saw a movie and you're like, man, it's an 11, it's a 12.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a 13 because like we found out in a Spinal Tap, they go to 11, but we go to 13.
Hey, and Mark, I just want you to think to yourself, that difference between ordinary and extraordinary. You know what it is?
Is
Have any
it
idea?
that little bit extra?
It's that little
Is it
bit
that
extra.
little bit extra? Okay.
And that's why we have the 13.
And that's how we scale everything. But Ben, I'm gonna need you
Okay.
to do that one more time because I don't know if Mark heard you. Go for it, Ben.
So, what we'd like to do here on Side by Side is let you know, all right, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, all right? And it's a little bit extra, all right? Little bit.
Okay.
So Mark, we'll give you a little bit of time to marinate this. We'll let Ben go or I'll go. Give you our scores for Batman Forever and then for the Batman. Ben, how do you feel? If you want to open, you want me to open?
Do we want to do Rotten Tomatoes first, or do we want to?
Oh, we should. Yes, you're right.
No, wait.
Or-
Let's do our own opinions before Rotten
you wanna
Tomatoes.
do-
Let's not color this with the.
Oh no,
the
my
audience.
my opinion is already set. No, Rotten Tomatoes will color not me. No sir,
Well, it's
they shan't.
Look, so
Okay.
on IMDb.
I'll defer to you guys then. It's your show.
it doesn't affect the art grading scale. I forgot to tell you before we start. I have a score, and then when we talk about it, Ben could either add to it or kind of. Well, we don't want to go down. He'll add to it. But for Batman Forever on IMDb, it's rated a 5.4 out of 10, with
Seems
250,000 votes.
Is
What
that
you got on Rotten
audience?
Tomatoes? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just that's IMDb. It's just one flat. One
Oh, they
0
don't
through
have.
10.
Okay, they don't. All right.
Yeah. So and then over here on Rotten Tomatoes, Batman Forever is a 40% on the tomato meter out of 68 reviews, and then an audience score of 32% out of 250 plus ratings. Critics' consensus on this is loud, excessively busy, and often boring. Batman Forever nonetheless has a charisma of Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones to offer mild relief.
That's true, but apparently they hated each other on set, so that's kind
I
of
know,
crazy.
man. Isn't that crazy?
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that Tommy Lee Jones, he can't stand Jim Carrey, but I'm like, I could totally kind of get it. Tommy Lee Jones being kind of conservative and Jim Carrey being a wacky, liberal kind of guy. I can kind of see that.
And then
Jim
Jim
Carrey
Carrey's
seems like he's a lot sometimes.
yeah. Well, and then Tommy Lee Jones is acting like Jim Carrey on camera, and it's probably real just calm any other time. And then Jim Carrey's just like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" That's just Jim Carrey.
That's true. So wait, so who do you think's more of a method actor that you want to? I wouldn't want to be around for Will Ferrell, but between Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey, who would you take? Who would you want to be around for the? I hear they're hard
Jim
on set.
Carrey and Will Ferrell.
Jim
I heard,
Carrey.
I mean, Will Ferrell would just be very chill. I don't think.
well, no, he doesn't
Will
break
Ferrell-
character. Will Ferrell doesn't. He's not Will Ferrell on set. He's the character.
Oh, he's one of Will Ferrell's characters. I mean,
Yeah.
I think didn't Will Ferrell. The Will Ferrell, yeah, Jim Carrey's characters too much.
No.
Jim-
Will Ferrell is if Will Ferrell's Ricky Bobby, he's Ricky Bobby all day.
Yeah,
If
I would rather hang out with Ricky Bobby than Ace Ventura.
okay, there you go. Man.
I think Ace Ventura would have more knowledge than Ricky Bobby.
I'm an Ace Ventura guy too, so
I could probably learn more from Jim Carrey than Will Ferrell. I'm not trying to be shitting on Will Ferrell. I think
Well,
I could learn a lot from him too. But I don't know. I just
I was
feel
gonna say the opposite as like the person, like Jim Carrey. Even though I think his like little acid trippy monologues can be a little bit too much. I think he is probably like the more interesting conversation. But I mean, maybe not. I don't know. But Will
yeah,
Ferrell
I
just seems like a private guy. Will Ferrell
yeah
seems like
Yeah.
seems like he's maybe more focused on just kind of doing
Or
some
like, and I
movies and
love you,
spending
man.
time with his family or whatever.
yeah.
I'm sure he's
And
funny
I love
though.
you. Like, and I love you, man. When he says, "All right, guys, what do you guys when Peter's at the hanging out with the guys that don't want him hanging out with?" He's like, "All right, guys, 1, 2, 3, Peter Stone's out. Fuck you." Everybody's like, so to finish the story, to finish the show, the Batman on IMDb has out of 459,000 K views. It's got an 8.0 on IMDb.
Yep. Over here on Rotten Tomatoes, we have a certified fresh 85% tomato score out of 477 reviews, and an 87% audience scores out of 10,000 plus verified ratings. Critics' consensus: grim, gritty, and gripping super noir. The Batman ranks among the Dark Knight's bleakest and most thrilling and ambitious live action outings. The audience says it's long, but the Batman looks and sounds great, and this grounded take
It's
on Gotham
long.
is a solid fit for this Cape Crusader. Yeah, I gotta agree with both of those.
What? Why do I gotta hear the emotion in that? It's long.
It's long.
It's long.
Um,
It is long.
Mark, you're our guest here on Side by Side, so I want to hear your scores actually first,
Yeah, cool.
if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. I'm happy to talk about him. I'm going to give Batman Forever, and I'm going to give reasoning behind him too. I'm going to give it, I think I can only give it a 3. And
Oh,
that
wow.
3 is like squeezed out just from Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones just giving their fucking all with, and probably all like the other practical effects, costuming, and
Yeah.
all like the other hard work that goes into it. But like all of my issues with the movie come at like the stage that it was probably the easiest to fix, and I think they just needed somebody to like edit that script, and I think they just needed somebody maybe just like a little bit like more talented behind like in the director's chair. Like I just didn't. It just seemed like every decision was like it was like the opposite of being present, and I don't know. It's like like they clearly had the money for it. I just felt like it was. I felt like it was like kind of. I felt like it was kind of lazy at a lot of points. Like it didn't even seem like he was trying to. It didn't seem like he was trying to make a consistent Batman movie, and I think that's like what it was like super inconsistent all the way through. I'll give
Yeah.
The Batman a 9. I think that one was really really good. I liked it so much. It's 3 hours and the pace never let up. That's pretty rare. It seemed super present all the way through. Even though there were plot holes, I think it was more focused on like that narrative momentum, and I dig that. I think that's cooler. I think we should normalize plot holes because I don't think it's as important as like the feeling of watching a movie
Yeah.
and making sure like I don't think the plot is like as important to be airtight as it is to make sure scene for scene we understand who should be nervous, who has something to lose, who has something to gain. And there were a couple points in this movie where I like actually had physiological, like I gasped. And yeah, I think that's a really good sign that like the storytelling is on point. And then it's like the sound, the acting, the cinematography, like it does have like that element of like, you hear like every frame should be a painting, and it's like I think you can make the case
Yeah.
for it in that movie that every shot looks fucking great.
Yeah, I think so too.
I really liked it.
Agree.
I think it also says something. I think it's like a movie that has a thing to say and tries hard to say it.
I think those are great honest scores too. By the way, Mark, a 3 and a 9. I think for somebody that's new to this show and how we do it, you're gonna see our scores right now, and you're gonna giggle and laugh, but there are honest scores. So
Definitely, yeah. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
laugh.
gonna hold back.
I'm not gonna be an
Definitely, the Batman is like a 15. The Batman's like a 15 for me, 16. Like I freaking loved it, fell in love with it. Listened to the album. I've listened to the soundtrack so many times. I've watched the movie 4 times. The Batmobile, we didn't get to talk about the Batmobile in that scene. The way they show it,
Can
they
we
reveal
talk
it.
about the sound of the Batmobile really quick? Do you know what they did to make the Batmobile sound?
How? What
So
they
they
do?
were trying to use something like real, like something like that actually exists, as opposed to making a synthetic. They used a bottle rocket and they slowed it down and lowered the pitch. That's what you're hearing is a bottle rocket, and it does like it sounds like actually. It sounds like an engine. It sounds like something that exists in real. I don't know. I thought that was a cool detail.
Huh,
No, I
that is
think that's
pretty
awesome.
interesting.
That is awesome, dude. Like the way they did that. Like I mean, just finding. I mean, that's what I love about movies. Like figuring out, finding that how did we get there? But I'll give my score for Batman Forever because I love the Batman. That Batmobile was awesome. Everything was about it. The Colin Farrell, having the good actors, John Turturro, Zoe Kravitz. Everybody was great in that movie. Everybody's casted well. Even the commissioner and the DA and the first and the mayor, they were greatly cast. Like it was because the mayor's in it through the whole movie and he dies in the beginning. It's like because that ads and stuff. He's in the background. Like it's kind of crazy. But I give that one a 15. Batman Forever, you're gonna hate this, but I give it an 11 because it speaks to my brain. It's not really nostalgic either. I would have gave it. I'll going into it. I gave it an 8, but then I started really liking a lot of the way it's told. Like I'm looking at it as like through Joel Schumacher's lens, and I'm liking it. But through the other people's lens, my lens, you could it get a little warped. But I'm seeing what he saw, and I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing. Like especially for like 95, I know I get what you're limited. I know what he's. I mean, there's no internet. You're just gonna have to make your movie out of your own research. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
So, the Batman, I'm giving it an 11. It's a, I mean, the reason being it's an 11, and not just a 10. Robert Pattinson sold me on him being Bruce Wayne, the Batman, everything like that. And I think if you could do that after one movie, it's pretty impressive, especially given how the Batman franchise normally pans out. Um, no, everything about it was great. Like I said, really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed, I mean, like Mark said, all the scenes were just beautifully done. Whether it be the lighting, whether it just be the tension, the soundtrack, and just how.
Yeah.
I mean, it even has like the jump scare, like like that aspect to it too. So, um, yeah, they really just did everything they could to make a solid uh, Batman movie. Now, Batman Forever, I'm going to give an 8 for nostalgia purposes mainly. Probably would have been like a 6, 5 or
6. I was gonna
6.
say you're gonna give it a 6.
Yeah. No, I really had a hard time getting into this movie. I totally know what you mean, Mark. I get what you're saying. I think a lot of the reason that it's kind of all over the place and it's just not as honed is just it's an early comic book movie. I think you got to give a little bit of grace to them when you're rewatching them too. I mean, it's kind of like rewatching Spider-Man. I mean, it's like comparing Spider-Man No Way Home to
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. And they're both going to be good in their own aspects, but in their own time. Typically, that's not always the case. But I think that was just a lot of the reason. Well, I agree with you. I don't think Joel Schumacher was a very good choice for the director.
Yeah.
I feel like Matt Reeves is going to be doing some great work after this for sure. And there's also going to be a Penguin series on HBO Max.
I heard about that.
Was
Yeah,
Colin
so
Farrell or just another
who's-
character?
No, with
No,
Colin Farrell. So
who's behind that? Is Matt Reeves doing that?
I'm not too sure if he is.
I mean, I'll watch Colin Farrell do that. I fucking love Colin Farrell.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
big
mean,
one.
I feel like he sold it. I mean,
Yeah.
he really did.
Well, I like the Penguin is like he's just a nobody, but he just owns a bar, and then he's starting to see the power shift, and he's gaining it. So he's ready from the beginning, from the very start. Ben, do you know if Spider-Man is available on Disney Plus or not yet, or when is it going to be
It
available?
won't be. Not anytime
It's
soon.
not. Nah,
Sony's
they
got
got
it,
to
right?
sell DVDs, huh?
Well, it's not even that. It's Sony.
Oh, that's
Sony owns the
right.
rights, so that's why you don't have any of the Spider-Man
Disney
on
Plus.
good old Disney Plus. Unfortunately, they kind of
Okay.
just wander
Okay.
around.
So, also, I was gonna say, Ben, I just found out you're more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy, and we know where you sit. We know where you
Yeah,
stand.
yeah. I sit right here in this chair, and I stand right next to this chair.
All right.
No,
So, where are we going with this? What movie, Mark? What movies can you think of that we can grab from these two movies to watch our next two movies? Is there like
place
any?
place 6 degrees of
Oh
separation for
shit!
us, real quick.
All right, if you want, I'm gonna do kind of a weird one. I think Robert Pattinson is incredible in a movie called Good Time, which was
Oh, I have not seen that. I heard
it's
about
like
it.
one of my favorite crime movies that I've seen in a long time. Which is made by the Safdie brothers, who also did Uncut Gems, which was fucking awesome. So if you guys want to stress yourself out for 5 hours straight, watch those two movies back to back and maybe have a panic attack.
Dude,
Uh,
my dad's been wanting me to watch Uncut Gems so we can talk
I've
about
seen
it.
it.
it's awesome. It's so good. I like it
Yeah,
All
a lot.
right. Well, we're going. You're gonna go there,
let's do
Ben?
it.
He
Yeah,
laid it really easy, dude.
yeah.
So we're gonna watch.
Mark, if you would just please come on every time and pick for us, that'd be great.
That'd be great. Good
Sure.
time. We're
Oh,
gonna
wait,
watch.
is this a next week thing? Am I like invited back? Are we doing
Yeah,
this again?
You want? You want
Okay.
to come back? We'll figure
Nice.
this out.
Yeah,
I need
let
to
me
get
check out my
headphones.
Thursday next week, but like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be down. This is
if you're
fun.
available. Also, so we're gonna do Good Time, 2017, rated R, 1 hour 42 minutes, crime drama thriller. After a botched bank robbery lands his younger brother in prison, Connie Nikas embarks on a twisted odyssey through New York City's underworld to get his brother Nick out of jail. Directors Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie. Writers Roland Bronston and Josh Safdie, or
So it's softy, but
Softy, okay.
uh,
And stars Robert Pattinson, Benny Safdie, and Jennifer Jason Lee. And we're gonna watch that with Uncut Gems, 2019, rated R, 2 hours 15 minutes, crime drama thriller. With his debts mounting and angry collectors closing in, a fast-talking New York City jeweler risks everything in hopes of staying afloat and alive. Same directors, Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie. Writers Roland Bronstein and Josh and Benny Safdie. Stars Adam Sandler, Julia Fox, and Idina Menzel. So we're going with some repeat offenders in Adam Sandler and
yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Hey,
So
the
Mark,
Safdie
you're welcome to come back
brothers.
again. This was a great episode. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
cool.
Even though you're gonna be next.
We have like 10 minutes of unusable footage. I want to let you know that.
It's okay. Even though it's all right. It's an episode. I'm figuring it out. That's another thing. This show is still like we're still trying to figure out how to do it. Where we're next to each other. I just ran out of time. Like I got to work and we have to go do errands. But you know
No
what? I'm
worries.
gonna leave us with one final thing on this show. As we sign off, we're gonna listen to the.
Something in the way. Oh yeah.
Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. I thought he did a great job too.
It was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. But yeah, Jeffrey Wright as the commissioner, I like that he was kind of gullible.
well,
He wasn't
he
very
was always like, "Come on, man, I can't be doing that." Like that always got me. Like he was just
He
so
was like
informal.
he was like the old school like you gotta give me something to work with here, man.
Oh,
I know you're a wild card, but you gotta. You're gonna have
Oh,
to hit
dude,
me in the face.
that scene where he's in the police station and he's just like going at it with the cops. Like, oh,
Oh,
dude,
God.
that was
That was
fantastic.
really
Like,
good.
That's an
Yeah.
awesome scene too. I like
they had some great fight scenes in this movie. Like,
when he throws the bat at the guy and he breaks his nose, and the whole episode, well, the rest of the movie, his nose is broken.
yeah,
But all right, I'm gonna sign us off, everybody. Thank you for watching Side by Side. We'll see y'all later. Peace.